Who should give knowledge? Knowledge is the touch of which can turn iron into gold, which also makes iron gold. Ignorant people become knowledgeable by acquiring knowledge. By acquiring knowledge, attaining the highest quality of life, you can understand the difference between good and evil. Practical knowledge, knowledge of the values of life, spiritual knowledge should be given to more people. Love and unpleasant cannot be distinguished in imparting knowledge. Every disciple is the same for a preceptor, whether he is a child of a king or a beggar. Everyone has the same right to receive knowledge. In the present world, there is no knowledge that is not available in books. And all kinds of knowledge are found in books. Whatever kind of knowledge is required, you should give it that kind of knowledge. If a person comes to you and asks for some kind of knowledge, if you do not have that type of knowledge, then you should fold your hand and say that I do not have knowledge of this subject. Should say with folded hands that I do not have knowledge of this subject. Therefore seek the appropriate master of this subject. By giving knowledge, you become the master of that person. It is your responsibility to master your disciple in the subject in which you give knowledge to your disciple. Therefore you may think that this disciple is capable of digesting my knowledge. And he can use that knowledge properly. Only then should he be given that kind of knowledge. In the spiritual world there is knowledge of the chain of body, organism, soul, God. Before imparting such knowledge, it is necessary to check the ability of the disciple. Unless the disciple has an appetite for self-identify, one should not give such knowledge. The present-day gurus are giving such knowledge to the world's big businessmen to enhance their reputation. Even if they have no interest in spirituality. The preceptor gives them knowledge, it does not matter. But his disciples do not use this knowledge in life. Then there is no point in imparting spiritual knowledge to someone who does not need it. The preceptor who makes such disciples to increase his prestige or to gain material wealth, that guru himself is trapped in the cycle of the god of death. The disciple has to go through the cycle of birth and death until the disciple attains its own identity. But the master has taken the responsibility to get this disciple to self-identify, then the preceptor will also have to join the cycle of birth and death, and the disciple will have to identify himself. By doing this, the disciple drowns and along with him the preceptor drowns. That is why I say that even if there is a war on your knowledge, no one should impart knowledge as a sermon unless there is a hunger for self-identify.